Hello there, my name is Kuma, and today I want to talk about Pyrolysis. We are in the middle of the hard event season. Every 3 months we come back to test our abilities against a new map filled with overstated enemies and a beautiful reward waiting at the end. Hypergriff decided to bring back Pinch Out, and the community is enjoying it as always. People are clearing the rewards, posting screenshots to show how proudful they are of their clears. Beginners are getting stuck and asking for help. It's the old CC experience, all over again. And for the most part, I have no complaints. I do enjoy the idea of having a seasonal event that is harder than usual for players to feel good about themselves, or to show some of the newer accounts something they can strive for. Give them that mindset of, next time I'll get you, CC. It's always cool to see people determined like that, you know? Although Hypergriff did get some things wrong in my opinion with Pyrolysis, they are not really the reason why I personally dislike this event. But I think it's worth pointing a couple of them out anyway. After all, I imagine we all share the idea that we want the events to be the best they can be. I myself haven't tried climbing yet. I feel like after 3 years I kinda lost my sense of urgency with Arknights. All I did so far was test the waters, you know, get the challenge rewards with my 4 stars and see what this is about. But I can't help but find it super weird that the difference between max risk and the medal trim requirement are closer together than they were before in CC. There isn't really a lot of wiggle room here. Maybe the gap isn't actually that different, but that's the first impression I got just from looking at the day 1 board. It doesn't help that the tags are not as spread as they were in the original Pinch Out. You have some straight lines that you can't really work around to avoid some specific risks. And this power to choose what tags to take was taken even further away from us when it comes to the challenges, because we are forced to take a complete group of tags. The challenges might not have been that big of a deal, they were honestly quite simple, but I've already seen a few players who can't get the banner reward, the little flag that you can use as furniture, because they had a lot of powerful ops built, but not a lot of vanguards, and their 6 stars were expensive to deploy. And there was nothing they could do about the minus 75% DP regen. Also, you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time they put invisibility on an unblockable enemy. These drones from chapter 12 have quite a sizable chunk of HP, starting at 30k going to a minimum of 90k in Pyrolysis with the tags for the challenge. And it's not so simple to leak them. I've heard some people telling me that they tried to leak the drones, but then they just spawned a few drones inside the blue box and those instantly leaked, so it really doesn't sound very easy. We did have invisible drones on chapter 10, I remember that, but they lost HP over time and eventually killed themselves before escaping. I don't remember if we had any problems with those drones on CC, where they just leaked because they have too much HP or something. But what I do know is that these drones right now on Pyrolysis are a lot more noticeable, because when you click the group of tags, it instantly selects the invisible drones. And there is one of the rewards where you have to do that tag. I will be completely honest here on my opinion, and I will say that this tag specifically, with the invisible chapter 12 drones, this is a little bit on the unfair side, considering that very few operators can deal with invisible enemies. And this is not necessarily a problem for me. I was able to do the challenge with my Totter, my 4 stars are unfazed by this, but just because me or you can do it, doesn't mean this is not unfair. We are just on the winning side. But again, I do not mind if they want to make things harder for us. I am of the opinion that Arknights deserves to have a bit more difficulty to it. And I don't even know if Pyrolysis will be hard to begin with, considering I didn't finish it yet. And yes, I will be playing the entire thing with 4 stars only, just like I always did back in CC. But I want Hypergriff to get things right, so everyone capable of achieving whatever difficulty level Hypergriff chooses for these events, I want us to enjoy the event to the fullest. And right now, this feels like it's on the middle of the road. 1 or 2 unfair choices that don't turn the rewards in the event something that asks specifically for the strong operators and nothing else. But it's also not something that anyone can get at this point. The tag design and how they came about distributing the tags and forcing us to take certain tags for the rewards is kinda weird on this one. But this is not the reason why I wanted to talk about Pyrolysis to begin with. Sure, the unfair tag doesn't really fit with the rest of the theme and all of that, but I have a much minor issue that is eating me alive right now. My only real issue with this event is a very weird one that you might even laugh at me for it. But that's okay, you can point and laugh, but hear me out first. I absolutely hate, and I will use this strong word here, I hate the fact that they are calling Pyrolysis CC. Because this is not contingency contract. This is pinch out. They tried to rebrand with the first one, they got a lot of negative feedback from the community for whatever reason it was. Some people thought it was too hard, some people thought the massive amount of tags was daunting, and some people just wanted old CC back. But at the end of the day, it was a format they decided to keep. Smaller tags with more stats and a bigger number of them. But instead of owning what they created, they decided to take a step back and hide themselves behind a name the community already loved before: Contingency Contract. And in the process, they deleted our access to all the old maps we had in CC, and also all the rewards that we had there for free. Now new players won't be able to get all of that stuff. I know that something is coming in the future, like Siena started putting some of those rewards in the yellow search shop or the voucher shop, I don't remember. I know something will come back, but they won't be for free anymore. New players won't just have easy access to all of those rewards. And also, I'm really sad that I lost my beautiful CC2 map. Rest in peace CC2's false map. I always played you when you were accessible, we had a lot of good times together, but we won't be able to see each other again. Even though the map is still in the game files because Hypergriff doesn't delete anything from their game files for some reason. Anyway, I don't think we can say they wanted to bring back CC from the very beginning. After all, they clearly wanted to stop CC after 12. But I don't mind being wrong here. You can tell me what you think in the comments. I honestly just wish they had kept the name Pinch Out. You might say, well, this is CC. You wanted the name to be different, but the challenge is the same. You put more stats on the enemies and you figure out how to beat the map. And at that point you might as well call SSS and Integrated Strategy CC as well. They moved away from the CC formula. They ended CC. Very important detail right there. But they don't want to call it Pinch Out again. That is what I'm pissed about. This weird roundabout way to say, hey guys, look, it's your favorite event again, CC. Everybody loves CC, and nobody needs to remember Pinch Out, am I right? Well, if you have anything else to say, feel free to keep this discussion going in the comments. Just try to be polite, please. And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed hearing about my take on Pyrolysis. I wish you luck in your journey if you didn't finish Pyrolysis yet, and I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.